Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm WolfStalker25, and today I got another action figure review for you guys on the newly released Jazwares Halo Spartan Collection Halo 5 Enigma Spartan, like multiplayer Spartan. This character does come with a new weapon that we haven't gotten in the Spartan Collection yet, being the Ravager, which is pretty cool. But overall, let's take a look at this figure. I really like it so far. I think it's all like new looking. I think the whole sculpt of this figure is new. I can't tell if this is supposed to be like a male or female body mold though, because it does seem kind of like shorter. Like it should be taller if it's a male body mold for Spartans usually, but like it seems like the thickness of how a male Spartan would be, at least in like kind of like the waist area. Um, but I can't tell 100% if this is supposed to be a male or female mold, but I'm pretty sure it's probably male. It just seems like thin in some parts, but then, thick in other parts where I'm not sure. But overall, this figure's pretty cool for $20. It's pretty nice, especially for like getting the Ravager for the first time. We'll take a look at the accessories really quick before we get to the figure, and we'll start with the Ravager itself. Now this is a little bit harder of a plastic, but as you could see, my like Ravager is like warped, even though it's like as hard of a plastic as it is. So I have to like heat this thing up and like bend it back into shape. But I think this Ravager sculpt is good, but I think the detailing on it is where we're lacking. I think this thing could use like, especially like some extra paint work. Like I feel like the blade should be like more of a silver. There should be silver dry brushing on this thing. Some sort of maybe other color. Maybe it should even be a darker gunmetal gray for the main body itself. I just feel like the gun itself is like lacking on paint. Especially with how the light tannish gray, like muddish gray is on here for the leather straps. I feel like it's not dark enough. Overall, I like the sculpt of the gun, but I feel like it's missing, a lot of paint. And then we do get a plasma pistol again. The second time in this wave, we've gotten a plasma pistol, which is fine. It's good mold, good everything about it. The paint works great. I like it. So those are the two weapons we get. We do get a couple sets of hands. You do get a like open, hand right here. A singular trigger finger, so you get that for both sides, and you get the open one for both sides as well, so you get those two sets of hands here. You do get a set of fists as well, which are very nice, and then you do get the double finger, like pointing trigger finger hand. Like I don't know what that's supposed to be used for, but yeah, overall I think it's got some good accessories. I still wish we got a energy sword hand in each Spartan. I think it's a little bit disappointing that not all of them come with an energy sword hand. Even though they don't come with a sword, there are energy swords in the line, so it would be nice to be able to hold and use every weapon that is available inside of the Spartan collection itself. For the sculpt work on this figure, I think it looks pretty good. I think we are lacking a lot of either like wash or dry brushing in terms of like certain areas. Like the legs themselves have a lot of like random little silver dry brushing on like them and like the shins and up top. The arms got it on the shoulders. You could tell we're using a different set of plastics for like the crotch itself and the legs and the shoulders. There's different coloring. Like this is a little bit lighter here, more of an orangey, where this is more of a red. So I wish they were all the same color. But I really do like the sculpt work that we have going on. I think it's almost just a little too clean, and I think the chest piece especially is where it's like, this is like almost like a creamy colored, like almost like a very light stone colored, like tan gray, like tan-ish, like gray in a way. And it just doesn't do it for me. I think it should be darker. That's probably the one thing I dislike the most about this Spartan, is the color choice on the armor that they chose to use. I don't like the torso color at all. If the torso color was red to match the rest of the body, I think I would like that a lot more. Or if it was like a dark gunmetal gray or something like that, or black, I think I would like that a lot better. I just don't like it as the color it is right now. I think it's a little bit disappointing, and it does not do the figure and the Spartan itself justice. I do like the silver visor though. You got the reflective but not super reflective. It's kind of like the old cat visor in a way, where you can't really see reflections in it, but you can see like, the shine off of it. Now for the articulation on this figure, the head doesn't go back at all. It barely gets Actually, it's not even going down. Um, Let me see. Okay, that's as far down as it's gonna get. It doesn't go back at all, really, because of how it is. So that's a little bit of a bummer. The shoulders only go up that far. You could do a full 360 with the arms. There's an upper bicep cut, or bicep cut. Double jointed elbows, which only get you closed that much. Not really that good, honestly. Um, you got a horizontal hinge and swivel on the wrists as well. The diaphragm is like what we're used to at the Spartan Collection. You could get back that far, really not forward at all. There's not really side to side with this figure. So the diaphragm's almost non-existent. It does have the lockdown in there to where it can't turn with the sleeve for the abs and like stomach and everything like that. So it's kind of a bummer that like you have this articulation, but it's not existent. And also with how the sculpt of the back is, it gets caught with the torso trying to move it. So you got to be careful with that. Otherwise, you're just gonna start scuffing the crap out of the sleeve here. Um, I wish it had better. I wish they would figure out how to fix that sleeve with this. I did watch a couple of Anthony Customs reviews lately, and he had some ideas for that. And he says like he's not very happy with it either. And I do completely agree that I wish they would figure out something with the sleeve. Now the leg is weird. Like I'm trying to bring this forward, but it's not staying, and it's like it hits this part and it just drops immediately. It doesn't want to go forward at all. Same thing with this one, so I don't know if there's something stuck up in there or something like that. But the legs can go that far forward when they want to stay, otherwise they'll just barely tap and then goes back. Not really back at all. Do you have the upper thigh like cut swivel? Double jointed knees. Now these look a little bit like these look cleaner than how the Master Chief knees look. Uh, but I still think you're not getting enough range on there. But at least it does look better from a side and front perspective because you have the kneecap on the knee itself instead of down here and then having this big like weird knee thing. I think this looks better than like the Chiefs knees, but still not the best. Ankles do go back that far, do go forward that much. We do have like the pivoting with this foot, whereas Chief before was like going straight down with this. This is at an angle, so you get some pivot again. Do you have a toe articulation that goes up that much, and then you do get it down that much as well. So overall, I think this figure is very limited again with articulation, and then you do have this big old like side piece on the side here that's just in the way of like kind of like this arm. So you kind of got to mess with it. If you want the arm forward, it's got to be in front of this or behind it or out to the side. So a little bit in the way, and I don't know what's going on with these legs to where they're just like instantly slamming back. I don't understand that. It's kind of annoying if I'm being honest. So this figure is very nice, I'm happy to have it in the collection, but I don't think this is going to be one that I will want like multiples of at all. Like usually like with some of the other ones, like with like the white Spartan, I wanted multiples of it, like the white Mark 5B, and all the other ones I've wanted multiples of at some point, but this one I don't really care for one. It's right about 7 inches tall as well, for the figure. And we'll get into our size comparisons really quick. So here's our Mafex Batman, our Mezco Stealth Iron Man, our Revoltech All Might, Figma Samus, and we get our... Oop, we dropped them. Making a mess over here. Got Star Wars Black Series Captain Rex, and our Power Ranger Dino Thunder Red Ranger, and then last but not least our Marvel Legends Retro Spider-Man. So there we go. There's all your size comparisons with other lines. We're going to take a look at a couple Spartan Collection figures with them really quick. We're going to lead off with our Jerome from Series 2, which is a lot taller than the Enigma multiplayer Spartan. And then we're going to throw in our Noble 6, our Spartan 3, who's like about the same height, if not maybe a tiny bit shorter. Not really 100% sure there from my angle. And then here is the Enigma Spartan with our Series 4 Halo Infinite Master Chief and our Series 4 Halo 2 Master Chief. So there we go. There's a look at all three of them together so far with all the figures that I've reviewed in this wave. So far, it's kind of a hard say on who my who if I were to rank these. I think Infinite Chief is my favorite at the moment because these two, at least in terms of Spartan Collection, I think have been some of the weakest the line has seen. I don't have the June or Yoru, Yori, I don't know, Spartans yet. From this wave, I am hopefully hopefully I'll get them soon. I am looking for them. Unfortunately, both the targets I went to, Nate did pick up the June at the one, and the other one did not have June or the Samurai Armor Spartan, so I am waiting on those at the moment. But I do think June is probably going to be my favorite for the wave, or Series 4 Chief for Infinite. But yeah, not a bad figure, but not the best. If you're not a fan of the random multiplayer Spartans, I think you could easily pass on this one. I don't think this one has anything crazy good going on for it. The only thing that's really the draw to this figure is getting the Ravager for your Spartan collection. Other than that, I think this figure really would benefit from a better torso paint job or color choice. The Ravager could use definitely some better painting on it. I think it's lacking severely in detail, and I think that the articulation in some spots is very limited, especially in the legs, just instantly slamming down. I don't know why that's happening. It's kind of a bummer, but oh well. This one's just going to be kind of a background Spartan at this point. I would like to see them do some other Halo Infinite armors though, especially like the Anubis set or Trailblazer, or even the flat out normal Mark 7, which, have we gotten a Mark 7? Yeah, we've gotten it in red, but I would like to see that one redone again and done a little bit better. But other than that, though, that's going to do it for me today. Hopefully you did enjoy. Let me know in the comments below. Are you going to pick up this figure? Are you going to pass on it? Do you have any of the Series 4 figures yet, or have you just not gotten lucky enough to find them yet in the stores? Like I said, I'm still hunting down the last two, but I will do, in whatever figure I review last for the wave, either June or the Samurai Armor, that one will have a complete wave overview where I will review and rank them all. So my thoughts and opinions might change on this figure later. I think the sculpt work is good. I think that it's just a bummer at the articulation. But for the price point of $20 for the accessories you get and the figure itself, it's not bad. I just think, if you're just if you're a named character fan, or not really a Halo Infinite Armor fan, or if this originated in Halo 5, I don't remember which one it comes from exactly. It might be an Infinite exclusive armor. Let me know in the comments below if you do know which game it comes from, if it is Infinite or 5. But I think you can pass on this one, honestly. Which I hate to say because I really like the Jazwares, Spartan Collection line. I just think that Series 4 has kind of taken a step downwards in terms of articulation, but sculpt work is really nice in there. But I think we're just at a weird point with coloring and a weird point with articulation. I think this Spartan just missed the mark on its color. I think if this one was done in maybe like a full blue, it would have looked a lot better. If this was blue and gunmetal gray and like a light silver, I think it would have looked a lot better than like this brick red and weird stone cement color that we kind of got going here with this weird tanny brown gray. I don't know. But yeah, that's gonna do it today. I don't know really what I got coming tomorrow for a video yet. I haven't thought about this yet. I'm currently recording on the 16th for these videos, so I'll probably record Thursdays and Fridays video over the weekend. So I don't know what's coming up just yet. It might be a Fortnite figure, might be a Marvel Legend. I don't know yet, so stay tuned for that. Hopefully you did enjoy. If you haven't done so already, I would always appreciate a like as well as a subscribe if you're new and haven't done so. It does help with the channel a lot. I do greatly appreciate it, and if you've done so already, thank you very much. I do greatly appreciate you Yeah, I'll figure out what I got coming tomorrow, and I will see you in the next one, everybody. Have a good one.